I was born and raised in central Pennsylvania on a dairy farm, went to a one-room schoolhouse. This was back in the 50s. We didn't even have plumbing. I studied biology and plant pathology, and I played in a band, and that's where I met my husband. And then he graduated way ahead of me. He went out west to follow his career, and the Vietnam War happened. So at the end of my third year of college, he and I got married. He went in the Air Force and was flying in the war. In the meantime, I decided I was a nurse, and the reason I knew that was because my father was sick and suffering, and somehow when I was with him, he seemed to be better. I have a tremor, which runs in our family. Affects my voice, my jaw, my hands, my head. And in the past, I've tried medications. I couldn't tolerate one of them. It made me dizzy. I could have drank alcohol heavily. That usually helps, but that wasn't an option for me for obvious reasons. And I also have pretty bad back, which continued to get worse from being a nurse. And it got to the point where the tremor prevented me from drawing blood, drawing up medications, feeding myself without embarrassment, and so forth and so on. Well, I understood what I was dealing with. And if you have MRIs of your back and you see what kind of problems you have with your hands shaking, and you understand the condition, it helps you not worry about it, but also it helps you make decisions about it. I thought the CBD oil, which is what they give small children with seizures, might help because I had been taking a seizure medicine. And it didn't do that much good. So I thought, why increase the dose of that when I could try this instead? I think it's helped considerably. Now, I just started on a different formula, which has more CBD oil in it. And it seems to be, it's only been a short period of time, but it seems to be working. I think I started medical marijuana back in the first of the year sometime. At one time during my kick up my heels years after my divorce, I did date a person who smoked marijuana regularly, and it was a problem because he would have memory lapses and things like that. But I knew, having researched this, that that wasn't going to be an issue because the THC part of my formula is a low THC. So it doesn't make you high or any of that sort of thing. And I wasn't worried about it affecting my memory. I already knew the doctor. So, I really had a lot of faith in him because I knew that he knew what he was doing. We worked in the same hospice group. So that's why I knew him. I did run out at one point, and I noticed a difference. I said to myself at first, I don't think it's helping that much. But then when I ran out for but it was almost 2 weeks, I realized, oh, my back hurts worse, my hands shake worse. So I realized it was helping a great deal more than I had appreciated. I try to be sort of an advocate because it is not something that, now I don't know what everybody's workplace policies are. In my workplace, it is not something that is that you're not allowed to take. If you have a state registration and are being supervised by a qualified medical professional, then you are allowed to take it. And I always encourage people to try it because, it might benefit them more than me. I tend to be resistant to things.